Yeah, we are live. Hi,
Yes,
hi,
yes,
hi,
yes, yes,
everyone.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
we are live. We are live. You can see that we are live, right? Let me also check from my, yes, we are live. Hi, hi, everyone. A very, very good morning to you. Today is Monday, is a wet Monday from my side. Togo, Lomé, it's been raining since 1:30 a.m. But it's a beautiful Monday morning, and we are grateful to God for the gift of life, and the fact that He's been able to see us through from January up to now. It's a beautiful and a wonderful day. And hey, we are here, we are showing up with our gifts and what God has given to us. So you are welcome if you are joining us. Just make sure that we become very interactive. Let us know where you are watching us from, okay? And also share this link with any woman who needs to be empowered, because I'm going to my sister and I are going to talk about a lot of things, some discoveries and things that is happening. She's going to talk to us about a book and all that. So
Women
make sure
and
that
men.
you, yeah,
No,
you are able to share you are able to share this link to anyone who is watching us
yeah.
now, and also anyone who needs to watch this as well. Make sure that you share, and I'm also sharing whilst I'm talking to you. Okay, it's very important. The good news have to be shared. So welcome everyone, and thank you so much. Rabbi, you are welcome. You are welcome to
Thank
this
you,
segment I
thank
call
you,
and
thank you. I am so
so
happy
you
to
are
be here.
welcome. Thank you. Great, wonderful,
Mhm.
amazing. We thank God. So before we start, I want to read your bio. And when I was
Okay.
reading the bio this morning, I was like, okay, she's more than this bio. I know this bio is very short.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's more about Rabi than
That's
this
a
bio.
mini
So
bio.
yes, yes, I thought as much. So Rabi Rama is a result-oriented independent consultant and facilitator with 20 years plus of rich experience in retail banking, customer experience, and people management. She holds a degree in BSc Administration Finance from the University of Ghana Business School and an MBA Finance from the University of how do you pronounce that one?
Leicester,
Leicester, yes, Leicester,
Leicester. Yeah.
UK, yes, Leicester,
Hmm.
UK. She has also been certified as an accredited customer experience master. I've not heard about that one before. Wow.
Hmm.
Rabi Volunteer, a co-presenter of a weekend morning show dubbed The Rev and Rap Show. Oh my God.
Those
Rev and
days.
Rap Show. We miss you. Please come back. Please come back. On Saturday FM, one of the most popular Saturday morning show
I
that will
know,
help
right?
you. Yes, it was helping us to carry our activities in the house and all that. It was a
Hmm.
very, very
Hmm.
well-known, popular, and she was there. She hosted it with Reverend, and it was amazing. And
Yeah.
also, you hosted the show for 10 years, right? Until April
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Wow. Also hosted a 1 hour a week inspirational show dubbed This Too Shall Pass. Oh my God. On the same radio station for 5 years. She's the founder of Total Praise and Worship, an interdenominational youth choir that's been ministry since April 27. She's a proud adoptive mother of an
Hmm.
adorable son, and I can testify to that. We call him the champion. He has his brain on his own. He's so smart. And she loves to share her story to encourage others. She got married for the first time at the age of 49 and currently lives in Accra, Ghana. Oh my God, Rabbi, your profile is so heavy. Whew,
Thank you.
whew.
Even though I've seen heavier profiles, hey, we're still
No,
plodding on, you know.
no.
We don't
I mean,
stop.
this is
Yeah.
Yeah, this your profile is like a message, a message on its own. Getting
Mm,
married for the
mhm,
first time in 9 years,
mm,
adopting a child, and also, I mean, your show, Rev and Rap show.
mm,
This pass. I remember sometimes when I close from work and going home driving, I tune
mhm.
into this shall pass. And it was very, very inspirational. I pray that God will give you the grace to come back. And total praise was amazing. You know, you guys
Oh
could I go
man.
if I say I'll talk, I'll go on and
I
please,
know,
Rabbi,
like
you're welcome.
amazing things have happened. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Grace. Thank you for this opportunity as well. I am really, really grateful. And I'm
You are
absolutely
welcome.
happy to be here. Yeah.
You are welcome. I am also happy to spotlight you today because some of I mean reading your profile is bringing memories back to me of Reverend
Mm,
Rab, these two sharp.
mm,
And
yeah.
I just pray that God give you the grace to go back on it. And even before that,
Amen.
we came talking about how people are asking about where is Reverend Rab, where is
Yeah.
Reverend Rab? We want you to
Yeah.
come
Yes. Yes.
that. So you've done amazingly well for yourself as a young
Thank you.
Christian vibrant woman, and I
Thank you.
celebrate you today. More
Thank you
also,
so much.
and by divine nature, God brought us together in a coaching relationship that is so
Yeah.
amazing. But
Yeah.
today, the main reason why we are here is to talk about you, Rabbi, up close and
Mm,
personal with you. So
mm,
just
mm.
share with us something about you as we proceed into the other areas why we are here today.
Okay. So something about me. Of course, my name is Rabi. I'll just leave it at Rabi. It's Rabiatu Brima. Well, I recently acquired an additional name, through marriage,
Oh,
which is Arthur. Yes,
yeah.
which is Arthur. But Rabiatu Brima or Rabi Brima will suffice for now. So who am I? I say that I am a multifaceted product of
Mm,
grace, product of God's
mm,
grace. I wear
mm,
many
mm,
hats currently. So
mm,
one of the hats is being you mentioned for my profile, business consultant. I call myself a customer experience consultant. And as a customer experience consultant, what do? I help businesses make money by helping them to
mm,
improve on their conversion rates, by helping them to foster
mm,
loyalty, brand loyalty, and also to increase
mm,
their brand recognition by creating outstanding experiences for their clients. Okay,
mm, mm,
that's one aspect. I am a soft skills trainer as well. So with that, I
mm,
equip employees to, you know, get the kind of knowledge and skills they need to become more effective and to thrive in
mm,
the fast-paced environments they find
mm,
themselves in.
mm.
Then I am a
Wow.
diabetes coach. I love the diabetes coach bit because it's something that came on recently. So as a diabetes coach, what I do is I help type 2 diabetics. So people who have type 2 diabetes, I help them on
Mm,
their journey to reverse their diabetes, not to manage their diabetes, but to reverse, to put the diabetes into remission so that they can
mm,
avoid all the,
mm,
dangerous, debilitating complications that
mm.
can come with diabetes. And I do that
Wow.
through a low carbohydrate diet and intermittent fasting. So,
Wow.
people who have diabetes, who want to go on this journey and they need someone to hold their hands, I'd help with that. And
Wow.
I'm also an adoption advocate because as an
Mm,
adoptive mother, you know, I like to create that awareness about the beauty of
mm-hmm,
adoption. So I help the
mm,
people who are going on this journey of adoption and
mm,
basically to let them know, what the ins and outs are, and also to let other
mm,
people who would want to increase their family through adoption know that it's a beautiful
mm,
option. So, in a
mm.
nutshell, and then now, yes, most recently, I'm an author. I'm the author of Rama's
Okay.
Lemonade, which is coming on. Yeah. So these are the hats
Okay.
that I wear. Don't worry, I'm going to that now. But these are the hats that I wear. That's why I'm saying that I'm a multifaceted product
Okay.
of God's grace, because
Great.
but for his
Yeah.
grace, I wouldn't be
Hmm.
here and I wouldn't be all this, right?
Hmm. 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 Thank you so much, everyone. If you are joining us, please let us know where you are joining us from. You can put it in the comment section. And my guest today and sister Rabi is sharing with us who she is. She's introduced herself and she's done amazing things and wonderful things, and she's still doing amazing things as well. And she for me your level of experience, that's what amazes me, and with how consistent you have been and all the achievements and the great things that you have done. Reverend Rap show this too shall pass and all that, and the fact that you have not stopped there, and still growing and still developing yourself as a woman, that amazes me. And I want to
Thank
celebrate
you.
you for
Thank
that.
you.
And the other part of being an adoptive mother, you know, that one is a whole discussion on its own.
Hey, I
But
know. I know.
I
I
really
know.
celebrate you for that. I really celebrate you for that boldness, because in this part of Africa, people don't go away from that side, and we prefer to go through all the things and all that because of the child delay of childbirth and all that. So I really celebrate you, and also the way you are helping other women to also see that, look, this thing is also possible. It's another option that is possible for you to do. So thank you so much, Rabbi, for availing yourself to be
Thank
used
you.
by God.
Thank you.
So,
I believe that
uh,
life is about
mm-hmm,
legacy, right? So, what are you
mm,
doing for humanity? And sometimes in this
mm,
part of our world, it's so difficult,
mm,
because of superstition and all that. They'll say there's certain
mm,
things that you need to keep tight-lipped. You don't need to
mm,
share it. You don't need to talk about it. But then if
mm,
we don't talk about it, if you don't share it, how other people learn, how other people be liberated.
mm,
And that's why I do
mm,
all the things that I do. Basically to help people,
mm,
and leave
mm,
that legacy of help.
mm.
One day
Legacy,
when it's
yeah.
all over, when we're all gone, at least there is something that you left, because you also came to meet something. Other people,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
not in this
Yeah.
part of the world, other people also
Yeah.
left their stories. They made their lives an open book so that we could
Yeah.
learn something, right? So
Mm,
why
mm.
wouldn't I do the same thing? Sometimes I feel like it's my
Wow. Thank
calling to put everything out there, like everything that I do that will be beneficial to someone, to put it out there. Not
you.
everybody is happy about it. They're like, why do you do that? You're exposing yourself to witches. But God is mightier than
Mentality.
all. Yeah. Yeah.
African mentality. Anyway,
I know.
thank you so. There was a thought of line in my mind. It's like I'm trying to forget it, but I'm sure it's going to come back again. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And yes, so the thing was, Oprah Winfrey said something some time ago. I was listening to one of her talk, and she said something that transformed my mind. And she said that a legacy is not about the houses you live or the
Mm,
physical things you live.
mm,
Legacy is the lives that you have touched
mm.
whilst you were
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
So what you
Totally agree.
said is rightly so, sharing
Yeah.
your story to impact life, sharing your experiences to impact life. The thing is that most of the time, especially women, I don't know why we shy away from that angle of sharing our story to inspire other people. And for me, I think, as you rightly said, your gift is for you, or you know that that's your calling to share your story to empower other people. I've also come to realize that my gift is also to help women be able to understand that story, see the value in it, and be able to share it. Sharing
Mm.
your story can transform people's life than any other
Yeah.
thing. When people know that you have also been there where they have been, or where they are now, is one of the ways that can transform the lives of people. So, Rabbi,
Mm.
let's move on. Let's progress. So now there's this book that you have authored, and oh my God. And in 2 weeks' time, like 25th
On the
of
25th, yeah.
September, yes, we are launching this book. So tell us about the book.
Okay. So you mean I should give you a little insight, sneak peek into the book, right? Okay, so the
Yes.
title of the book is Rama's Lemonade. Rama's Lemonade.
Hmm.
Now, this book
Hmm.
is interesting. So it's a semi-auto. You see, people say that, hey, these words are big, but I'm breaking it down today. It's a
Please do. Please.
semi-autobiographical epistolary. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Literature students, where are you? So a
Where are your literature students?
semi-autobiography,
No,
a semi-autobiography really is a piece of work. It's a writing that deals with the author, talks about the author's life, basically, or in part,
okay.
right? Sometimes it has
Okay.
some fictional elements as well. When you hear semi-autobiography, you know that the author's life is on there. So it's based on
Mm,
real life events, right? And then the
mm,
epistolary is just a form of writing, or it's a type of writing done through letters or journal entries by one of
okay.
the characters.
Okay.
So you could have one or more of the characters in the book writing to someone else, sharing experiences and stories. Okay. Or it's just
Okay.
sharing diary entries that one of the characters made in their lifetime. So you have the semi
Mm,
autobiography, you have the epistolary. So Rama's
mm,
Lemonade is a true life story.
mm,
And it's written in the form of a grandmother writing to her unborn granddaughter.
mm,
So in
mm.
this series of letters, Grandma Rama, and that's why it's Rama's Lemonade, Grandma Rama
Okay.
is writing to her unborn granddaughter. And she writes
Okay.
a series of 12 letters. So that's 12 chapters in the book. And in these
Wow.
chapters or in these letters, she's sharing her life. She's outlining the details of how she navigated her single life, 49 years of singlehood, the challenges, the
Mm, mm,
heartaches, the pains.
mm, mm,
And then she
mm.
shares also how she transitions into a life that she made for herself out of the lemon. So that's where the lemonade comes in. So the lemons that life threw at her, how they were all, converted into sweet lemonade. So that is
Wow.
what this book is about. It is
Mm.
not fiction, even though it comes in the form of fiction, but it is about
Okay.
Grandma Rama. All
Mm,
you need to know is
mm,
that it's about Grandma Rama. Whoever Grandma Rama
mm.
is, don't bother. But it is based on true life events. And
Wow.
Grandma
Wow.
Rama opens up and shares deep insights, shares experiences. She opens up fully so that the
Yeah.
granddaughter and other granddaughters or other
Yeah.
children, other women,
Yeah.
other parents
Yeah.
will benefit
Yeah.
from the lessons. There
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
much in the book, and I do not think there's anybody who will read that book and not learn anything, not pick something to go away with.
Yeah.
It's broad. It is so broad. The
Yeah.
themes are wide. I
Yeah.
mean, I keep saying that it's for if you're a church person, a church worker. Certainly, it's for Christians as well, because there's
Mm.
the theme of personal faith in there.
Yeah.
Personal
Yeah.
faith, where it's not the
Mm.
faith, the general faith that everybody has, but this is
Mm.
your personal relationship with Christ. How
Mm.
you pick
Mm.
that relationship, how you personally know and understand Christ, and how you work and walk with that knowledge.
Mm.
Not what somebody
Mm.
else tells you. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You don't want to be prone to manipulation. It's how you
Mm.
grab
Mm.
the word of God yourself.
Mm.
You have an
Mm.
understanding of it, where the eyes of
Mm.
your understanding are enlightened. Yeah. And you
Mm,
can walk with the
mm,
word of God through the challenges of
mm,
life. So that is
mm,
where it is
mm.
for everybody, you see.
Yeah.
And if you are someone who easily gives up, you don't have staying power, you don't have tenacity, this book is for you because it will teach you
Mm,
resilience in the face of challenges, in the face of the
mm,
obstacles that definitely life will throw at you. Me, right now, I'm convinced
mm.
that there's nobody who hasn't got their share of challenges in life. Everybody
Oh,
has
yes.
something. The rich, the poor, the influential, everybody would have some lemons thrown at them. How
Mm,
do you pick up yourself
mm,
and
mm,
face the odds and make something
mm.
beautiful out of your life?
Yeah.
How do you do
Yeah.
that? In the book, I shared
Yeah.
that. Look, some elderly person, sometime in my life, in Rama's life, shared with Rama that there is a thin line between sanity and insanity. There really is a
Mm,
thin line between sanity and insanity. So, what are you going to do? Because you see, when the challenges hit you, your response will determine whether you're going to go on the path of sanity or insanity. So, this book teaches you to rise up,
yeah.
regardless of what hits you.
Mm,
If you have to cry, you have to mourn for a day, an hour, just do it. But do not remain there. Rise up and move on. Because as long as there's the breath of life in you, it means God is not finished with you yet. It means there's more for
mm,
you to achieve. It means there are people who are looking up to you and waiting on you to inspire them. So,
mm,
I
mm.
could go on and on about this book, but I know that
Yes,
it will make a
I
huge
know.
impact in the lives of everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Are you still there?
I'm right here
Hello?
and I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Everyone watching us can see the passion at which Rabi is talking about Rame's lemonade. And let me share in just 1 minute, 60 seconds. I had the privilege of going through the manuscripts. Now, when she sent me the manuscripts, ladies, guys, I said, oh, let me just glance through. Let me just glance through to see if there's something I can let her eyes come on and all that. And from morning till night, I was lying on my bed reading Rame's Lemonade. I could not stop reading. When I opened the thing on my laptop and I started reading, hi everyone. Oh, hi. Anna is here. Anna is my accountability partner all the way from UK. Thank you so much, Anna, for joining us. And
Hello, Annie.
Says that Ramen, I can't wait. Ama say that she can't wait. Yes, Ama is very
Hey.
bad. Yeah. And as I was saying, I said, let me just go through the manuscripts. I know she sent it to me. Oh, Grace, look through and see if there's something. But I got stuck to the manuscripts on my computer from morning till evening. My husband was like, you are still still reading this book. I said, my husband, stop, stop, stop. You don't know. Hey, I was so glued to my laptop was because there were so
Yeah.
many valuable
I'm put
lessons and
downable.
nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that I'm receiving from the book, and I can't wait to read it again. I can't just wait to have like
Mm-hmm.
the itself
The
in hands
book.
and I'm
Yeah.
reading it and
Yeah.
so and congratulations, Rabbi.
Thank
I'm so
you.
grateful. I'm so happy that I came into the scene for us to make this happen and also
Mm.
for dream to happen. You see, if you see, I am more fulfilled and excited than you. If you don't know, you see the way sometimes I become so excited about this. I'm so much
Mm-hmm.
excited and happy for you that this work of greatness has come out of you. And guys, those of you who have been following her on Rev and Rab, this too shall pass. Please start preparing for 25th September. So Rabbi, you can give us more about the launch, where it is, and if you've not been following her, please follow her because if you are not even in Ghana to attend the launch on 25th September, you can get your copy on Amazon. So please, Rabi, tell us how we can get all those information with the launch and all
Right.
that.
Right. So the book launch is on the 25th, as you said. It's going to be at the Christ the King Hall. Christ the King is in what is it Cantonment? But well, it's opposite the Jubilee House. So I think that's you can call that Cantonment. It's on a Sunday. It starts at 3:30
Okay,
p.m.
okay. I don't know
and
if
it's
it's for
not
my
going
network.
right.
Guys, can you hear?
Are we back?
Can you hear us? Hello? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. I think my network dropped. It's been raining here since dawn. My network is fluctuating a lot. But anyway,
Mm.
so
Okay,
what you
okay.
can
I
do
think
for
my
us is
network
that I
dropped.
don't
It's
know
been
if you'll be
raining
able.
here since dawn. My
Yeah.
network is fluctuating a lot. But anyway, so
Okay.
Okay, they said I never left. Okay, I'm here.
All right.
Okay, so what you do for us is that you can put the information, the venue, and all that. If you are watching on your Facebook, you can use your other phone to do that so that I can highlight it on the screen here in the studio on my phone here for you. So if you are doing that, you can put in the information and all that on your page, okay?
Mm.
Where you shared, you can share the information and I will highlight it. I will highlight it here for everyone to also
Right.
know
The
where the
flyer
launch.
is actually on my page. Will the flyer help?
We can't share the flyer here, but the
Okay.
flyer
So what
cannot
do
be
you want?
shared.
You want the details.
Yes, just the
The
venue and
details
the
like
dates. That's all.
in the chat box.
In the chat box, yes. Then I'm going to
Okay.
highlight it here on the screen. Yes, I'm going to
Right.
highlight it here on the screen. So
Right.
if you can just do that for us, and then we are going to do it. So please, if you are following her, just make sure that you stay close to her profile page, her bio, and all that, because she's going to release the link to that you can buy online. You can get the book online.
Yeah.
So how do you feel, Rabi? How do you feel about after bringing this work out? How do you feel?
Yesterday I was just thinking about it. I even shared something on Facebook. It's the feeling. I can't even describe it.
Mm,
I've done a few things in my life, but this
mm,
feels like, of course, aside my little baby boy, my adopted son, this feels like the next best achievement for me.
mm, mm,
I feel so
mm,
fulfilled. I am happy that I was able to bring this thing out of me. I've wanted
mm,
to write a book for a long time. I know that I would write a book because I love to share my story, you know. But
mm,
writing a book is not a walk in the park. It's not that easy. So I kept postponing it. Beginning of this year, I said, hey, I'm going to do it. And I thought, I'm going to write this book. And then on my birthday, my 50th birthday, I'll launch it. It didn't happen. I had too many things going on, so I couldn't write. And then one day in May, was it the 4th or 9th or whatever it is, of May, I just sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to write this book. And when I started, I could not stop. It was like some spirit inside of me that needed to be unleashed, you know? So I kept writing, and anytime I had to do something else, I felt restless. I was restless until I finished writing. And the more I wrote, the more information that kept coming, you know? And this is actually probably less than 1/10 of my story. Because as I wrote, I
wow.
realized, whoa, there is so much. And people keep saying that Ghanaians don't like reading. So I thought, okay, let me just make it as a mini version, or let me just make it like this is the first in the series, so that I could
Mm,
release them in bits for those who find it difficult to read voluminous books. So if it's too big, then it will be a turn off. I didn't want it to be like that. So I just put in 1/10 of the information, and then I'll
wow.
release another 10 in the next version. But yes, it's
Wow.
been an experience that I cherish. I feel fulfilled that I've been able to do this. I mean, I feel fulfilled that I have put this part of my story out there for my granddaughter, for my grandchildren, for and my by my grandchildren, it's not just my grandchildren, your grandchildren, grandchildren of my friends, my associates, and everybody else who gets to know me. For our
Yeah.
grandchildren, putting something that would probably
Yeah.
act like a blueprint, a guide for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The book doesn't tell you how to do ABC. The book tells you how Rama handled it. It's up
Yeah.
to you to pick
And
your own lesson. You can decide to
yeah.
toe that line, but you can decide also to use some of the lessons in there to carve your own path. It's like a
Mm.
literature book. When you have a literature book, they let you read it and you come with your own interpretation. What does it mean
Mm.
to you? What does this mean for you? So, this is how this
Mm.
book has been positioned. Read it,
Mm.
pick your lessons from the book, but definitely
Mm.
there'll be good lessons for you to pick from the book.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Wow. Wow. We are waiting for the launch on 25th of
Mm.
September. So
Yeah.
make sure you follow Rabi. So I have the privilege of working with you, and you know I told you that there's so many things in you. There are so many good things in you that the world is waiting on,
Mm.
and for me it was a joy and a privilege to be in that scene where I can just be there to say, "Go, Rabbi, go, Rabbi, go, Rabbi. This is for you. You can do it. You can make it," and all that. So, just share our relationship in that
Hmm.
form of, I mean, form of coaching. How
Okay.
was it for you? Because
Let me talk
I
about my coaching experience. You know, I
I
used to
also
hear
want.
about coaching. I used to hear about
Okay.
coaching, and I was like, okay, so I've had a coaching experience in the corporate world, where I was
Mm,
working. I've had a coaching experience, and that was different. Okay. I've heard about, lifestyle coaching, personal coaching, and all of that. And
mm,
I used to wonder, why would people want to pay money for this kind of thing? I used to just brush it aside. But this is how it happened with me. So you, Grace, I kept seeing you, I think for the last couple of years, being my Facebook friend. And of course, I knew you before Facebook because we were in the same church.
yeah.
I kept
Church. Yeah.
seeing you online, exuding so much confidence. You would come and you
Mm,
would speak so confidently,
mm,
continuously. You'll be doing lives, videos, and you were relentless. Even if there was one person watching, you were cool. Even if there was no comments, you were cool. And you kept doing it. And I must admit, that is what got me. Because one day I
mm,
watched you and I realized there was a lot happening in your life as well. There was so much happening that you were showing. And one day I was watching and I said, what gives this lady so much confidence? The kind of confidence you were exuding was the kind of confidence that I knew that I needed. I had been
mm,
admiring you for a long time and wondering, how does a person carry on doing this even when maybe you don't have a lot of people watching, you don't have a lot of people commenting, you don't have a lot of likes, and she's like, consistently going about what she's doing.
mm,
I wanted that.
mm,
I really,
mm,
really desired that. Because
mm,
sometimes
mm,
we're looking for the thumbs up, we're looking for people to say, hey, go, Rabi, go, Grace, go. But unfortunately, people will watch you and they'll observe you quietly. And I don't think that, well, sometimes I think it's just people not wanting to give out that positive energy. And maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they can't be bothered. Maybe they feel like they are showing too much energy and confidence and they are not in that place in their own lives. So they don't see why they should come and big you up and all. I don't know. But I realized that what you had and what you were showing, your consistency, your resilience, your tenacity, your perseverance, regardless, was what I wanted. If I called you up, I actually sent you a message because I didn't have your number, and I said, hey, I want to speak to you. What is this thing that you've got? Where is it coming from? And then you told me that you have invested in yourself. You've invested in coaching. You've paid big monies to, be coached, tutored and coached by some of the big names. I mean, the amount of money you were mentioning, I knew that I wasn't at that level to, put that amount of money. But that got me. I said, you know what? If this young lady has been able to do this, I'm going to do this. I spoke to you. I asked you, what would it take if I was doing a one-on-one? You mentioned a certain amount that blew my. I'm like, huh? I said, huh? Why on earth would I do a thing like this? But you know what? I've thought about it. I watched you and I said, even if I will not gain anything from this session, just sowing into your life is enough for me, because what I see you do is so admirable that if I'm able to do that, bless the Lord. So I came onto this program with you with that intention in mind, with that resolve that even if I don't get anything, just sowing into Grace's life. And guess what God will do? I have had an experience of a lifetime.
Wow.
There was so much knowledge that He opened up to me. The techniques that I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't have. Guys, if you haven't been on any coaching and you hear somebody advertising coaching, don't just brush it aside. Because there is so much that you will learn to make your life better. I got so much information, things that I didn't know when it comes to even how to handle, technology with social media. That's just one of the little things, one of the minor things. But how to grow, progress in my career, how to make a business out of my skills. I didn't know how to package things. I didn't know how to package myself. And I didn't even know how to come on and do a video. And, I'll do little videos with my son and stuff, but I didn't know how to come out and give information because there was so much information that I felt I needed to share with people. I didn't have the confidence to do it. This coaching session has just opened me up, giving me a lot of knowledge. And I realized that it's the knowledge that gives you the confidence. If you have knowledge, then you are confident. Knowledge is vital for progress. That's what I gained out of this. So this experience, Grace, it has been great. And yes, I started writing my book before we started the session. But every time we had a session, it was a once a week session. Every time we had a session, I got more energized. Grace will be sharing things that makes you feel like, Grace, hurry up and let's finish the session so that I can go back to my book. Because there was always a certain know-how. There was always some new information that would help me present my story better. You see, so this I'm grateful to God for the fact that I came on this program with you. And I'll urge other people to do it. I do not promote what I don't believe in. That's just me. Unfortunately, maybe I should learn to just promote anything for people, but I'm not able to do that. If I don't believe in it, I won't promote it. So now that I'm promoting this is because I believe in it. It has helped me. It has helped me. Anything that I benefit from, I like to tell the world about it. So thank you very much, Coach Grace.
It's a pleasure, and I have goosebumps right now all over me. And for all of us, I mean, for anyone watching us, this is not, we just came to the self awareness of what we can do with our gifts. That's all we did, And the thing is that whilst you come to that self awareness of who you are, the value and the things that you have, and you are able to add that knowledge to it, you become unstoppable. You become
Absolutely.
unstoppable for Rabi. I mean, anytime I also had my own experience when I was coaching with her, because she's full of so many things. And sometimes, when we came up with something, we're trying to list what you can do, and there were so many things that you came up with. I think the second day, I'm like, what sort of person is this? This, and all that. And for me, I also want to celebrate you now for taking that step, bold step, to come forward and say that, look, this is what I want and this is what
Mm,
I'm going for. Do
mm.
not allow hook in you. You don't allow that gifting in you to stay there. And you were
Yeah.
able to overcome all the naysayers, all the this thing, and even what your mind was even telling you. How on earth
Mhm.
should I pay such a man for coaching and all that? But you see, I keep on telling you, Rabbi, the lives that you are going to transform through your book and what you are doing, you will be amazed. Now, I want you to also share, because I'm now passionate about this diabetic thing you are doing war against. So I also want you
Oh,
to share a
man.
bit here. I now started researching. I also realized that a lot of people are dying because of diabetes, whilst there is a solution. And now you, as the other thing, an author, you also are a diabetes coach, helping
Yeah,
people to reverse diabetes. So please,
proud one. Yeah,
we will, yeah, so share that one too with us as well. I'm
yeah,
very
yeah,
interested in that.
yeah. And when I started on this journey, I wasn't even, when I started on this coaching thing with you, before I started, I wasn't thinking of, doing anything along those lines. I actually, with the knowledge that I received through the sessions or from the sessions, I realized that I could actually share this with people. And um, when I started talking and sharing about diabetes, it was, it was not a commercial thing. Let me put it that way. But
Mm,
I shared my story, and then I had so many people calling me, inboxing me, and the amount of time I was using to respond, and give people information and even post things on my page. And yet people would, I'd post some information and people would still come back to me and ask the same questions and all of that. I realized
mm,
this was going to be very hard to do. I spoke to you, I spoke to a couple of other people, and they say, you know what? This has to be, you need to commercialize this in a positive way so that when people are paying for something, they value the information and they will use it well. So let me talk about the diabetes. I have been diabetic for 9 years, and I'm extremely passionate about this because this is directly saving lives. I've been a
mm,
diabetic for 9 years. I was on medication. The first year, my blood sugar was within the range for diabetics. Then later, in spite of the fact that I was taking medication, the blood sugars were not really improving. I was never lower than an 8, you know. It kept going on like that. And then my doctor increased the dosage of the medication. And I'll check my blood sugar, take medication morning and evening, check my blood sugar, and always 8 and above. Very depressing for me. At the point, I just forgot about it. Still taking my medication. Once in a while, I'll check, go to, I would have my regular checks. I was supposed to do 2 times a year with the doctor. I reduced it to one because it was always the same story, kind of. But I was getting concerned because I had seen the impact or, the negative effect of diabetes on people. I've seen it on people in my family. I've seen it on people that I know who are not relations. It causes blindness. They call it
mm,
retinopathy. It causes amputation. So when the blood circulation is poor, you get a sore on your leg. It takes forever to heal. It doesn't heal. Something happens, blah, blah. They cut it off. You must have seen, or you might have seen some people like that. I've seen it. It causes kidney disease. It causes liver disease. I know someone currently, a dear one to me, who was in hospital, liver issues, nerve issues. kidney issues, tall diabetes. So, we eat anything at all or everything, and we tell ourselves that we're taking medication, we will be fine. And that is how that was my life as well. But the difference was that I was taking the medication and it wasn't great. My eyes, I wear glasses, I've been wearing glasses for quite a long time, but I realized that my eyesight was worsening. I'll go to the optician, they'll do that. It was even difficult to get the right prescription. So optician once asked me, are you diabetic? I said, yes. And he said, you need to really control the blood sugar so that we can, have a stable prescription for you, eye prescription for you. Things were not good, but thank God I wasn't at a terrible stage. Come January, I found out that diabetes can be reversed. How did I find out? It was YouTube. Someone asked me a question about fasting, whether I was going to fast or not. There was fasting in church, and diabetics are told not to fast. Eat your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then take your medication. That's how you're supposed to live. So ever since I became diabetic, I haven't fasted. And it's been like a fine excuse for me, not fasting. I say you don't need to go off food to pray to God. You can be spiritual. I made a fine excuse out of it so that I could eat and enjoy my food. So January, when this prayer and fasting was announced in church, and my nieces were with me, they asked me, Auntie, are you going to fast? I said yes. We were in church. So I had said yes to them, and I didn't want to lie to them, right? So when I got home, I just Googled diabetes and fasting. And that was the moment of change for me. I got so much information. I went on to, it led me to several YouTube videos, the YouTube doctors, Dr. Jason Fan, Dr. Ken Berry, Ed Berg, there are loads of them. And they were all saying that type 2 diabetes can be reversed. Fasting reverses type 2 diabetes, a low carbohydrate diet reverses. So I began to do my research. And the good thing about diabetes is that when you start anything new to help your situation, your glucometer will let you know whether it's working or not. The glucometer is what you use to check your blood sugar.
Okay.
So I started with the fasting. I checked my blood sugar the first day for the first time in like 8 to 9 years, because the beginning wasn't bad. First year wasn't bad. But after first year, I wasn't seeing anything less than 8. For the first time when I checked my blood sugar after how many hours of fasting, it was around 2 p.m. or so that I checked. It was 6. I hadn't seen 6 in years. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, this must be true. So I carried on. But after that fast, when I broke the fast, I went to eat a little bit of rice with vegetables. Just like in the early days where you thought, eat some rice, eat vegetables together, you should be fine. When I ate the rice, 2 hours after eating, I checked my blood sugar. My blood sugar, which was the 6, had skyrocketed to like 12 or so. Meanwhile, 2 hours after eating, you shouldn't go more than 7.8. I was at 12. After chalking the success of 6, I eat a little rice and I go to 12. So I said to myself, no more doing rice. I'm going to do the other foods that they say and try. So I kept trying with different foods. And I realized that truly the low carbohydrate or zero carbohydrate doesn't spike my blood sugar. So I kept at it. That is how come I was able to go off my medication, all my medication, my diabetes medication. And the good news was I went off blood pressure medication as well. Apparently, my blood pressure, I don't know about anybody else's, but my blood pressure was linked to the diabetes. So as soon as my blood sugar got under control, my blood pressure also got under control. And it has been like that for the past 9 months, counting. That is what it has been. I check my blood sugar in the morning. I check it. So I do intermittent fasting. I stopped eating breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast in a long time. My earliest I'll eat would be 11. Usually I stretch it to like 2 and I don't get hungry. It's not like I'm starving myself. My system has become used to it. I do not get hungry. And then the fact that not eating too many times helps to shrink the sugar in my body is good for me. It helps me. And I was able to lose 12 kilos in 3 months. And after I lost the
Wow.
12 kilos, I started at a weight of 88 kg. And I'm tall, so you don't see much. You think like she's not fat. But if you look well, you
Yeah.
see that the belly fat is there and all. So I realized that the fat was hiding in places. And when I read up on it, it would hide in your liver and other places. So when I lost the 12 kilos, I came to 76 kg.
Mm.
And I decided that I want to maintain at 76 kg. And there's so
Mm.
much information online about how to maintain. I used that and I maintained. I maintained
Mm.
at 76. I went on vacation. When I came back, I had gone to 78. I had gained 2 kilos. Quickly did I go back to more fasting, because when I started, I was a bit drastic. So the times I'll do 24-hour fasting. In fact, I went all the way to 3 days. I did 60-hour fasting. I was drinking my green tea during those periods. And the more longer you fast, the better for you. If you're diabetic, if you've got metabolic disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and stuff like that, yeah. So it's very, very helpful. I've been on this path. It's helped me. My daddy, who is 83, also diabetic, said, Rabi, I want to do what you're doing. I said, Daddy, if I were your age, I would eat anything. After all, I've lived my life. He said he wants to live till 100, so he will do it. My daddy started, and he's also off his diabetes medication. And I've brought in the example
Wow.
of my dad to let people know that it works for everybody.
Everybody.
It works
Yeah.
for
Everybody.
everybody. It's just the
Wow.
discipline. And I am
Discipline.
one person who loves my food. Look, I would eat, those who know me, when I was working, by 7:30, I would have eaten my breakfast. It's either wache, it's jollof, it's kenke. I was a heavy breakfast eater. And before that breakfast, I would have had my cup of oats without sugar, because I used to tell
Oh.
myself that oats is good for you. So that one is medicine. I didn't realize that I was pumping carbohydrates into my system. And it was only a matter of time. But God saved me. He delivered me.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
God's
Wow.
grace, my organs are
Wow.
all intact. I thank God that I found this new way early enough so that I do not
Wow.
get into a certain situation. And I'm helping
Amazing.
other people. I'm helping
Yeah.
people with
Yeah.
diabetes who keep
Yeah.
eating the wrong foods and taking medication and saying that they're fine, because they are not
Yeah.
fine. There's a lot
Yeah.
of damage
Yeah.
being done to the organs. Diabetes is diabolical. I can't
Mm.
say it loud enough. It is diabolical. I have seen what it
Mm.
has done to people. I have
Yeah.
seen it. And sometimes it's only like, you think you're fine, but you don't know damage that is happening. And then overnight,
Mm.
your life
Mm.
changes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much
That's
for
why I am
sharing.
so passionate about the
Yeah.
diabetes. I mean, if
Yeah.
I just want to help people, I
Oh,
just want
we
to
talk
help
about
people
your
in that aspect.
about the I know you have a program now by God's grace. You've been able to come up
My
with a
coaching
program.
program, yes, yes, yes,
Yes, program. We also have a community, so
yes,
you can share within.
right,
We are almost run. We've almost run out
right.
of time, but you can
Of
share
time,
within
right?
15
Yeah. No, so the
about
community is
the
on
coaching.
Facebook. It's War Against
Yeah.
Diabetes. So if you
Okay.
click on, I think if you just type it in the search, you should see War Against Diabetes. It's there. You can join
Perfect.
if you're diabetic, if you know somebody who's diabetic, if you're pre-diabetic, if you want to learn, about diabetes and healthy eating, you can join. I have a coaching
Mm,
program as well, where I handhold people who want to reverse their diabetes, get off
mm,
medication, the
mm,
tablets and the insulin injections and all of that. I will help you
mm,
through it, because I know it's a challenging one. Not everybody has the time to spend on, videos, YouTube videos and all of that. I had the time because I was at home. So I had the time to do it. Other people don't have that time. So they need help. I'm available. I will help you. for a little fee, just so that you are committed to doing this. I have a group coaching program, which is less. I mean, if you want to join that one, it's less. But knowing the way we are, sometimes you don't want anybody else to know our business, so you want to do one-on-one, it's fine. One-on-one as well is available. So you can you can send me a message via my Facebook inbox, and then I'll get in touch with you.
I'm
Yes,
trying to
Grace.
put the Facebook
The link on
page
there. You
on.
want to put the page on, like, okay.
I'm putting the name of the community there so that
Okay. Let me see
people
if I
can
can
go
get that
there.
as well.
Yeah, people. So the Facebook community is War Against Diabetes. Very,
Diabetes.
very,
Yeah.
yes. So that's Rabi's community where she's helping people to reverse
Yeah.
diabetes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also she has her coaching program. So you can contact her if you are struggling. Now you don't allow diabetes to kill you by
No, no,
God's
no, no,
grace.
no,
You
no, no,
don't
no.
allow.
No, no.
So she
And
has
I
a
say we
coaching
don't manage it.
program.
Don't manage diabetes. Kick it out. Because you see,
Take
when
it
you spend
out.
your time managing it, it will be taking the time to kill you slowly.
Mm,
So don't manage it.
it out.
Kick it off. Yeah.
Out. Keep it out. Wow. Wow. So she has a group coaching program. She has a one-on-one coaching program that she's helped. And I can assure you that she'll do a great job, amazing job. So please contact her. And on the Facebook community too, she shares the type of food that you have to eat, videos, how you can do the food, how you can prepare it, and all that. So make sure you join. Or even if you are not, please share the link with someone that you know is struggling with diabetes, that is taking their family
Yeah.
out. Please share the
Yeah.
link with them and
Save
let them
someone's
get in
life.
touch with.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've seen that some people have been on consistently. I'm so grateful. I would just love to know
Thank
where you are
you.
watching me from. Watching us. Thank you. I must say, hey, my sister Ene Obi, all the way from UK. Thank you so much, sis, for always supporting me on this journey. I'm very grateful. God bless you. And thank you, everyone. Even if you watch on replay, I think I saw my
Yeah.
husband too online. Thank you so
Mm.
much, my husband, for the support that you have been giving me all this while to become the superstar woman that I am today. I'm so grateful for your support. And please, if you are watching on replay, please share your comments. If you want to reach out to Rabi, please make sure that you contact her. And if you watch and what she said, you listen to what she said about her coaching experience, that's the experience you get when you join the Made for More Academy. And I have a one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and online course. Go to my bio on Facebook, on Instagram, Chris Kwashi, and click on the link in my bio. You can get every information about me and my coaching program. So you can go to my website, www.gracekwashi.com, www.gracekwashi.com. You can get all information on them. So, Rabi, please share your Instagram handle. How can we? Are you on Instagram? Yeah, on Instagram, definitely, and LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
So,
I'm on Instagram. You
what
know, I
handle?
was smiling because I had almost forgotten my Instagram handle because I'm not using it that much, but I will be using it. So it's Rabia underscore
Rabia
Brima at
Brima.
Rabia
So,
underscore Brima, Rabia underscore Brimah. My Brima is not Brai, no, it's like Brima. So Brimah. Yes. On
okay, okay,
LinkedIn, I'm also Rabbi Brima on LinkedIn.
okay,
Rabi, the
okay.
Brimah. Yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
on
Thank you,
Facebook as
everyone.
well. I mean, you can follow me because there's a lot I share. When I started, I
Yeah,
talked about all the hats that I wear. I talked about the fact that I'm an
yeah.
adoption advocate as well. So I use my page. I share quite a bit
Time to
on
talk about that.
how to.
We couldn't get
So,
enough time to talk about that.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
that's
yes.
one to
But it's
put
fine
another
if you.
day for it.
Yeah, yeah. But
Wonderful.
still, if
Wow.
adoption is something that interests you, but you're not sure how to go about it, what would the experience be? I use my page to share some experiences with my fantastic son. just so that you will
Yeah.
know that it's a beautiful option. So you can follow me there as well.
Yeah, and all my single ladies, she got married at the age of 49. Make sure you get Rame's
Just
lemonade, and
last year,
also
I got married.
she also yeah, she also had one of her baby she's brooding. I told you this lady she has so many things. The single compass. So if you're a
Mhm.
single lady struggling and trying to find your value and asking yourself, why hasn't it happened and all that, please reach out to her too as well, and she's going to help you. Thank you everyone for staying with us. And then I must say, and any other person who is online, those I see
Thank
people jumping in and
you.
out. Thank you everyone for
Yeah,
watching
it's
us.
a
And
working
also,
day, so I'm sure people are busy. They'll watch it later. Yes.
if you also watch on replay, we really appreciate you for watching us on replay. Thank you so much for joining us. Do have a beautiful, an amazing, and a productive week. And just know that you are made for more. There is an audience waiting to hear your story. So don't let that story die inside of you. If you're a woman, listen to me. And the Bible will says that those who have ears, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. Sila, have a blessed day. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.